I'm sure we'll have our usual press conference here. Gloria Kufu, the spokesperson for the petitioners, has just come out of the courtroom, and we'll go straight to him. Madam, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You simply have comments to make because of this ruling?
No, I make no comments. I will tell you the facts.
Right.
The KPMG representative was under cross-examination. The respondents took turns and they have finished. But then the report says that what they have done is inconclusive and there's a need to do more. And that can be understood because if you consider the count of what is presented by the registrar as a set, there were large numbers that did not appear in that of the presiding judge, and there were some in the presiding judges that did not appear in the registers. There are also some that emerged from the cross-examination of the respondents, over 1,097. Then also over 642 from that lot do not appear, that is that of the respondents, do not appear either in the registrar's law. So when you do a reconciliation, it comes to this, that determination has to be made. As you recall that we had to stop the cross-examination of Dr. Ferijan because the respondents, they didn't have some of these patients that were cross-examining on. Before we can go on, therefore, there's a need for determination to be made of what we can rely on in our cross-examination. The court has adjourned. Ask that we come back tomorrow for those matters to be determined. There is also the matter of the contempt of 3 gentlemen. The court has taken the position that Mr. Tubiga showed real remorse and had profusely apologized for the words he stated and has therefore been sentenced for 3 days. The other gentleman from Kumasi was let off because apparently the words that he complained of were not uttered after the final warning. They were uttered before. So the court said on that score he could walk. In the case of Mr. Kwanchi, the court took the position that he did not show remorse, he did not apologize, and stood by the words that he uttered, and therefore has been convicted to imprisonment for 10 days.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's it. You heard from the spokesperson for the petitioners, Gloria Ekufu, stating the facts of the case and indeed stating their position with regard to what will happen tomorrow in court. Nana, you have the microphone.
Well, as you can see, it's been a very challenging day. KPMG concluded their evidence. Essentially, they submitted their report and it's been adopted by the court. I believe that the court, in due course, as part of its ruling or judgment, may make references to it. We expect that possibly from tomorrow, Dr. Ferijan will come back to the stand and the trial will be seeing its concluding stages. This afternoon, we had the joint address by the solicitors, the lead counsel for the 2 sides. It's abnormal. The first time the lead counsel been addressing the media over and above the heads of the communicators, but as we realized, we were simply appealing for respect for the judicial process and so as to maintain the integrity of the court and its processes, so that whatever judgment comes out will be respected by all. Essentially, they were interested in ensuring that all Ghanaians ensure that there's peace even after this case has been handed, the judgment has been handed down one way or the other. The concluding part of the afternoon is seeing the court discharge one Mr. Buahin, Ashanti Regional Youth, I believe, organizer of the NDC, because from evidence before the court, it was quite clear that he could have made those statements, or if he made those statements, they were even before the threshold or the touchline. Secondly, one Stephen Atuguba, also an NDC official, he had made what was found to be contemptuous statements, but apparently his remorse, which was noted by the court, even right before he was called to the court, came to his aid, and the court consequently decided to give him a lighter sentence and sentence him to 3 days imprisonment for contempt of court. Mr. Ken Kwache, editor, he stuck to his story, and possibly finding difficult to reconcile the positions, but the court came out that, as far as they're concerned, the subject matter of his discussion, Sami Awuku, had come to court and made clear admission of what he had said. So for Mr. Ken Kwache to go back and reiterate and to affirm the position which Mr. Sami Awuku had retracted amounted to contempt, clear contempt of the court. And unfortunately, his apology, belated apology, was not taken, did not wash much. Mr. Ken Kwache was sentenced to 10 days imprisonment and for contempt of court. I think that the whole idea is to ensure that the ultimate judgment of this court be respected by all of us, all Ghanaians. The consequences of a disputed judgment in other countries have been disastrous. And as we've all been saying, between you as media and us as communicators, we have an obligation to walk the tight line of making sure that we report exactly what happens in the court, avoid as much as possible commentaries or spin which can distort ultimately the decision of the court and slant, as it were, the judgment of our people and may affect the ultimate judgment that the court will give. Either way, as the court said, there will be a judgment. One side will win, one side will lose. But we must develop, a culture in which the whole country will accept the verdict of the court, because that is the third estate. Their function is to say what the law is in fact, as opposed to the executive, whose decisions will be to implement policies of government. So I think that the separation of powers clear, and today the court came down clearly to reaffirm its weight and implore everybody in this country to let the integrity of the judicial process be maintained. Thank you.
Now, just one quick question. Did you anticipate the verdict? Were you expecting that the two gentlemen
Well, it was quite clear that the court was taking a very serious view of the position. Unfortunately, the apologies were not coming, and it was a little worrying for some of us. But, the court has decided.
Thank you very much. And so you heard from Nana Atu Dadzie. You heard from Nana Atu Dadzie, the spokesperson for the NDC legal team, who has just told us in plain language what transpired in court.